Hey guys! Let's run 2 cheers.
Hi there!
Glad the space for it.
It's your homies Denz and Brandon here today.
No, it's just Brandon.
And we are hated and we are
not highly favored.
I'm highly favored.
Well, that's because they all love you.
Right, Jen?
Yeah, in case you're unaware, we don't actually have a ghost in the room. It's actually our friend Jen.
We got an audience member today.
Yeah.
If we have like a laugh track.
But she stayed because she wanted to charge her phone. So. Anyway, so despite our whimsical intro into the wonderful life that is us, the topic for today is actually a serious topic. One which, as of recently, came into looking for a $10 word. You're supposed to.
Kash not here, so.
You're right. All right. Recently became like a big thing for me because it affected someone really close to me. So we're talking about abuse, specifically in relationships, because I mean abuse happens in multiple, like a whole series of situations. It can be with friends, it can be with family members, workplace, relationship. But we're talking about specifically in relationships, and what's wrong with it, and why does it happen. And I know this happens almost every. I don't know why. It happens every single time. Someone messages me, but I just gotta make sure it's not, Kash, because he's supposed to be here right now and he hates us.
I have elbow room though, so it's fine.
That's fine. Anyway, so yes, abuse in relationships, regardless of whether it's man to woman or woman to man, it's wrong.
Yeah.
But personally, this is gonna sound really biased. It really is. I just think the man to woman version of abuse is worse than the woman to man version. Because I think a guy allows a woman to abuse him. I mean, a woman allows a guy to abuse her too, in a sense, because she can leave, right? But at the same time, if, for example, Jen and you were in a relationship, and you and Jen are having an argument, and then out of nowhere, Jen slaps you across the face, and you allow it.
I think there's a difference between if Jen slaps me and if she knocks my lights out.
Yeah, but that's what like she slaps you across the face, like not like how I slapped you, but it was like, and then like you fall to the ground, she like starts kicking you, and she calls you like derogatory names, like you piece of, and then you're like on the ground with the N-word. She might hit you with the N-word.
The hard ER.
And you're on the ground and like you get like a blade lip or whatever, and you stay there, you take it, one, because you love Jen, because she's the love of your life, and two, because you are not gonna hit a woman that's respectful. You're kind of allowing it, but you are stronger than her. So physically, she should be able to abuse you.
I do not hit women unless my life is in jeopardy.
Well, sure, if she has a knife to your throat, knock her out. I'm not saying.
Or let's say somebody like some hardened killer who happens to be.
If Ronda Rousey shows up at my house in the middle of the night with a knife, I'm knocking her out. I don't give a crap how strong you is. You get a punch to the throat, and I'm gonna arm bar you, and you won't lose. I ain't gonna lose my life. I ain't getting good. But in a relationship, if I'm dating Ronda Rousey, I'm not knocking her out unless we end up there.
Even if she started coming at you with fists blazing.
Well, I mean, it's Ronda Rousey. She has a lot of anger problems. I understand that. I love her. And we're gonna get
and you would let her knock your legs
out? No, of course not. But what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. In abuse going forward, I think there's a capacity, that's like a different capacity. With a man towards a woman, he's physically stronger. So if she says, babe, I'm sorry, but he punches her in the face, she tries to fight back, but he like physically holds her down and like beats the crap out of her, and then afterwards goes, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, and like starts crying and like.
Well, what about in the instances where you have like a dude who's kind of smaller in build, short, and he's dating a female who's like 6'2", and she's like.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Because in that sense, that does happen. I've actually seen that happen. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be like, hey, beat the crap out of the girl because she's fighting you. I'm gonna just tell you to leave. I would give the same advice to both parties. If you're in an abusive relationship, leave. It's not gonna get better. Which I think is the main reason why abusive relationships continue to happen, because there's a cycle. It's like abuse, and then I'm sorry. Remember, the abuser always plays the victim. He always goes, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I have issues, I didn't mean to do it, or I'm going through things, I love you, I would never do this to you, and he goes, sorry, I won't do it to you again. Until it becomes a cycle, and then it becomes such a cycle that you are not the actual victim who's being abused, feels like you are obligated to allow this person to continue to abuse you because you love them.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Going into that furthermore, hey, almost a ton. That's like a $5 word, furthermore. Like a, not an everyday word, but like.
I use that in all the essays that I've ever written.
You're a good guy. You're like a $5 word guy.
I sometimes
above
feel
average
it's more. I sometimes feel it's
above
more
average
of
in every way.
more of a
In
filler.
every way, ladies. Get him while he's hot.
Shut up. Anyways, back to the point.
Back to the
I
point.
still think that female on male is worse because the male's ego is more prevalent because he doesn't want to come out and be like, oh, my wife is abusing me, because it's like, oh, you're a man, you shouldn't be allowing that to happen. You're supposed to be the alpha in the relationship.
I think that's a fair point. I think because you don't want to come across as I can't use the term anymore because Google slays me, but a female dog in the relationship. Because you don't want to come across like that, you're gonna keep things to your chest. But at the same time, if you flip it, he's keeping it to his chest because of ego, not necessarily fear. Whereas the girl is literally keeping it to her chest because out of fear and a false obligation to the person. And I think even more so is that there was way more variety of abuse, male to female, than female to male. Like, when a male abuses a female, he abuses her physically, emotionally, mentally, like socially, like every aspect of her is getting abused. When a female abuses a male, there's certain things she just can't get at him. Like when he's around his guys, like she can't really do anything. There's little situations where she might try to act up and he'll be like, okay, it's fine, I gotta go, things like that. But because the other guys don't stand for it, she can't really put her authority on him. But the flip side of it is when she's with like her girls with her girls, and a guy comes and he goes, yo, come here. And like her girls are like, oh no, you don't have to go if you don't want to. And she's like, no, I gotta go. Like that's that fear on your life.
Right here.
I hear. So I think there's that. I think it's a lot more prevalent guy to girl than girl to guy. I think on top of that, what's worse about it is that what it does to the abusee is that after a while, they think it's their right to be abused. Like, for them, I don't know how they twist it, because eventually you beat someone's personality and then like self-esteem down so low that you become dependent on the abuser, which is messed up. But the abuser essentially dictates when you're happy, when you're sad. You're his puppet now.
Which is kind of sad because let's say they knew it was wrong before, but after a while they start to think that like the way they think is more into saying, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be abused. It's kind of messed up.
And that leads into eventually when the relationship does come to an end for whatever reason. Now, when another guy or girl comes along who is willing to do right by the person, you can't accept their goodwill. You assume that's a fake, it's a show, and that whatever this is right now is too good to be true. So you either push them away, or you treat them badly because you feel like it's better to just treat them badly so they can't treat you badly. It's really hard going forward for a woman to trust another guy coming into her life, especially because of the physical aspect of it. Like, if you just got out of an abusive relationship, he put his hands on you, to allow another guy who could potentially do the same thing is terrifying for a woman. So her going forward, she is not going to allow just anyway. Like, you have to really be patient and work towards. And a lot of girls go through like special circumstances because like there are jerks who like leave like serious damage on a girl. Like,
That's what therapy is for.
Therapy is there for that. It's a good support team, friends, family. That's all very important. I think you kind of have to find ways to like build up your confidence again, love yourself. I think it's very hard to let somebody in to love you if you don't love yourself. And because you're so dependent on the abuser, you don't think it's important to love yourself. Your entire life becomes about pleasing this person, otherwise you're gonna feel the consequences of not pleasing them. Once you get out of that, you're like, this entire gaping hole is in my chest, and I don't know how to feel it. But all that really is all the effort you've taken out of putting into yourself and all the love you take away from yourself and give it to somebody else that you need to throw back into yourself. So I think it's that. It also breaks a lot of ties, because I don't know if you've seen it, but I've personally seen it where because that person's in an abusive relationship, and like, let's say your friends, once again, I'm borrowing you as an example, Jen, but let's say Jen's in an abusive relationship, right? And you guys are close friends, like the best of friends, she confides in you, you confide in her. She gets in an abusive relationship, her abuser boyfriend sees you as a threat now, because
I'll smack him in the mouth.
well, of course, but what happens is if he's been abusing Jen for a while, and Jen's this mentality of submissiveness to him, she's gonna push you away to make him happy. And even if you're like,
Jen, why?
I don't, Jen, don't be dumb.
Sorry.
And even if you're like, Jen, this is ridiculous, he's bad to you, whatever, Jen's gonna hold on to whatever good face he shows because she's fearing for herself, one, and she's under the thumb of that manipulation. So it cuts out ties, it cuts out friendships, it cuts out family relationships, things of that nature. You know, it's sad, it's ugly, but it's something that kind of has to be talked about because it's something that happens behind the scenes a lot. Like your close friends are going through it and they don't tell you a lot. I think the biggest issue with abuse is it's not communicated. Like, I think the biggest issue, girl to guy, is what Brandon said with the whole ego thing. Like, if I'm getting beat the crap out of home, I'm a 6'10" tall black guy. Like, I'm not gonna go to Brandon and be like, yeah, my girl's beating me. Like,
What? You crazy, bro.
Like,
come on.
I don't know what
You
that
don't
means.
get abused.
But like,
Come on.
like they're gonna look at me like I'm dumb. I may not, but I'm gonna feel like they're gonna look at me like I'm weak, like I'm left to run with a man, you know? Which is not the case. Because if I went to Brandon would be like, okay, I'm gonna suplex the girl. Like that's what Brandon would say, you know? So it's all about finding that trust in people that you lack from the abuser, which I think ties in. So it's communication and trust. You feel like because the person you're with is abusing you and you can't really trust them, you can't trust other people, which is messed up because they were there before the abuser, but that's how messed up an abusive relationship is. And so the lack of communication, keeping it as a secret because you feel like you have some responsibility to keep it a secret, or you want to protect him or protect yourself or protect your status, your social status, or you want people to look down on you with sympathy, all those things keep it that much harder for you to leave this person. And you get into a position where you can't leave this person in your head. Meanwhile, all the people who want you to be happy and love you. Shout out to Rihanna, eloquently sung right there. It's beautiful. We get the mixtape coming out. It's called
February 36th.
When Big Guys Do Cry. This is the big guy right here. Muscles. Jeez. So strong. Protect you from abusers. But yeah, I think it's an important issue. Steps to either prevent or to deal with it. I think it's hard to prevent because you can't tell on face value who's an abuser. I could be the most piece of crap person in the world, but you wouldn't know until you get into the relationship with me. What? Shut up! That's right, you NIGGHARDER. How do you forget?
Hopefully Google cannot spell.
I really hope so too, otherwise that's sad. But like, yeah, it's at face value, a lot of people seem like they're good people, seem like they're innocent. And it's usually people who are in high status, so they're rich or they have things going for them on the outside, or they're academically sound, or they're financially sound. People who look appealing and then get to know them realize they have their own issues, their own insecurities. And that's what, it traps you. You get into that thinking this is gonna be great, and then you get so caught on what they were like in the beginning that you hope that if you love them, they'll go back to what they were like in the beginning, which is messed up. That's the messed up part about it. So,
Is that all that has to be said?
I think that's generally all I have to say. I think anything else I would say about that is, as a last,
are looking for some help with an abusive relationship, go to Google. They'll help you.
on a serious note, there are hotlines, anonymous hotlines, so if you feel like you can't reach out to your friends and family, there are those. There's always resources to help you. So if you get yourself into that, the biggest thing that I would like you to take away from this video is that talk to somebody. Don't keep that to yourself. Talk to somebody. I don't care how
Just
embarrassing you think it's gonna be.
When you need a hand,
Or call
we
Brendan.
all need somebody
Beautiful.
to lead.
Look at that voice of an angel. Oh my God. Jeez. All right. Don't touch us all that much. You know, we need them for next video. Don't touch us all that much. But yeah, just make sure you talk to somebody. There's always help. And on a realer note, if he punches you, knock him the out. Knock him the bleep out.
We didn't mean that, Google. Don't
We're gonna bleep it out.
us.
We're gonna bleep it out. We're gonna bleep it out. That's what bleeps are for. But yeah, don't take crap from anybody. You deserve nothing but happiness and joy. And if you love us, we love you. And if you don't love us, Brandon loves you.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, give
And
it
you're an abuser!
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Last week's
I
video-
forced you to like it now.
Last
I
week's
forced you.
video is over on yonder side. So, and Denz, Kash, myself, and sometimes Isaac
Sometimes I did.
wish you the best in your future endeavors. And Jen, she wishes you the best as well.
Eyes out.
Subscribe button is somewhere over there.
Subscribe for Brandon's amazing voice.